Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. I'm your host, Massive Burnout here. So today's videos actually should be pretty quick. It's just going over gear. I'm just going to make this video as short as I can and just pretty much go over, if you're a new player, there's a lot of things you can save money on these days in Black Desert. The gear just in general has been like handed out in terms of like freebies and welfare and just from levels and stuff that you shouldn't really be wasting like hundreds of millions trying to enhance something that you really don't need to enhance. For a new player to get to the supposed soft cap of where everybody dictated where soft cap gear is. When you start getting your gear, you probably don't want to upgrade your rings at all. Don't even bother upgrading rings anymore. I find this to be completely like false and pointless up until you actually really need to. It's better to actually spend that money instead of wasting it on rings. Just get like Asula earrings and rings or whatever. Those things are very cheap. They're very like, cost effective. They don't really cost anything really. Just grind like Medea areas for them and they'll drop. Or either that, just do the main quest line and you get some free rings itself, which are good enough anyways to sustain you. Also do like the Kama Sylvia quest line. And the most of what you need from there is either the earring or the necklace. Don't bother getting the ring because the ring is going to be replaced by other things anyways. I have here with my Zerker pretty much almost a full entire welfare gear set except for the weapons and the armors. But in terms of the accessories, it's pretty expensive. But this pretty much should outline why, you should save yourself hundreds of millions of silver and whatnot. So first off, the Composure Ring, this is like an equivalent to a Tri-Crescent Ring. Obviously, you don't want to spend your money wasting a Tri-Crescent Ring when you can get one for free just from leveling up. About 2 billion silver. Obviously, if you're brand new into the venture, you don't really have much money put into the game to help you like alleviate some of these things to speed things up a little bit, like pets to help you gather stuff because you're not unsure about the game or whatever. Obviously, you won't have 2 billion silver right off the bat. I mean, something for an advanced player like myself, this is insanely easy to get, but it does cost a little bit of effort. But for a new player, this is like trying to climb a super tall mountain without any tools, and that's pretty insane and also like awful. I wouldn't want to see like new players just kind of screwing themselves over just because they don't have the knowledge about this. So basically what this comes from is just literally reaching level 61. So rather than spending 2 billion or like possibly even more if you're enhancing it yourself, or possibly 4 billion to try and pre-order it, it's best to actually just spend that cash to go AFK train on dummies. Look for a dude named Jamie Drucker in all the main big cities and just purchase like, skill books or whatever and combat EXP books and grind it overnight when you're not grinding. If you're more into the life skill kind of things, I've already made plenty of videos about those topics, but this is more along the parts of combat that everybody seems to be all in for, about the be-all end-all, which I don't think this game is about, but that's entirely up to how you play this game. This game is open-ended. The second ring here, so just spend your cash buying AFK training books to get yourself to 61 eventually so you can get this. It's actually fairly relatively easy to get to 61 these days. It used to take me hundreds of hours back then. Nowadays you can get it in probably like a week if you're determined at it, with little to no capital or anything in the game when you first start off. Just literally like do the Valencian quest lines, hit O, go to the main, and then just do these Valencia 2 and Valencia 1 quests. This will help grow a lot of your world, get you familiar with the world. You really don't need too much going on here, and then you get a lot of stuff just for doing these quests with zero cost, and you get to learn a bit about the lore of the game. And then after that, once you finish that Valencian quest line, there's another one in there that starts from some dude named Purigen Elam or whatever. He's over here, Purigen. He's in the town of Valencia, which is where that quest line will begin anyways. He'll have another quest that will send you to like jail, and then it'll have you run all the way up to Sulfur or something, and then throw some ring into the lake, and then you'll get this ring of power as well. This is essentially equivalent to a Tri-Mark of Shadows, which is about like 1 enhanced level less than a Tri-Crescent, so it's like equivalent to a dual Crescent or a Tri-Mark of Shadows. So both of these are pretty much these 2 slots here, they're completely just welfare given. You don't really need to, you shouldn't spend money on this to upgrade this like in the beginning. You should upgrade these slots later. So like these 2 will accommodate you for a lot of the costs and expenses of getting these 2 slots filled at such a high level of attack power. Now the reason why you're stacking attack power instead of like defense and kind of disregarding defense altogether is so that you can get your strength up super fast, so you can actually go grind mobs a lot faster, so then you can actually get your money and accrued a lot faster. On top of that, the requirements for a lot of the grind areas are like less than 150. I would say if you have 150 AP, you could probably comfortably grind in most places. Like Fogans is 100, they drop a lot of expensive loot. Nagas is also 100, it drops a lot of expensive loot. Gahaz probably around like 180 or closer to 200 AP, then you can start doing that. But like Nagas 100, like anywhere if you have like 150 or whatever, you can already start blowing these places up like nothing. Even like the ruins here, maybe not as good as the Fogans because it's a higher AP requirement and their trash is also a lot heavier. As a new player, you might not have the weights for it. You probably want to avoid most of Camisylvia when you first start off because a lot of the mobs there have a lot of high requirements, except for the fattest in the corner here. But even then, locations out in Medea and Valencia are probably far more worth your cash for time than Camisylvia until you're geared up. Then you go into the earring slots. If you're going to upgrade the earrings, probably do like a blue coral earring to start off with, just because it's a lot cheaper than witch earrings. Witch earrings is expensive and it won't really be like beneficial until it hits like Tet, which is where most people are sitting at. And then level 62 will get you a Composure earring. This is a bit longer to get, but it also does erase another slot that you have to gear up with until you actually need Tet accessories or beyond that are gold level, gold named. This is just a blue name, so a blue name, a Tet of this is equivalent to a tri-gold. So this is a very expensive 2 slots to upgrade. I wouldn't recommend upgrading this. Like I said, I would put a lot of money into just AFK training and just get the Composure earring over time, which will take you maybe like 1 to 2 to 3 weeks of AFK training, but at least you don't have to grind that. And if you grind during the day and then AFK train overnight, that also will speed it up a lot. Considering I have like multiple characters at like 61, 62, 61. Both of these 61 characters are already like a quarter way through towards 62. And then when you do the Camisylvia questline, you probably want to take the necklace because this necklace gives a lot of stats. It's like 15 worth of stats before you start actually going after either hybrid necklaces like the Sissels or the Ogre Rings and the Leighton Stones or the Tongue Rat necklace, which are all very, very expensive. So this will do for a long while. And belt is really the only one you have to upgrade. Other than that, you might want to try and get the Azula Crimson Eye Belt and blow this up to a higher level first because it does give a number of bonuses that are very nice. And it costs nothing, you just have to grind for it. So while you're grinding through Medea from your levels 1 to 50 journey, you probably go through like a little bit of Balanos and Serendia, but then once you hit about like 50, 55, and then just start grinding like these areas for that Azula belt, and then just exchange them in or whatever to the respective NPCs, get it into your inventory, upgrade it, try and upgrade it with some fail stacks, and then just sell all the rest of your shit for money. And just start going at this one earring slot that you need to upgrade, and then start looking for weapons to power up yourself. Kudum for PvE, Nuver for PvP if you actually have a lot of AP. If you don't have enough AP to reach 261 or higher with Nuver, don't even bother, just get a Kudum. And then for main hand, Zarkas are relatively common these days. You could go with the Rosar, which is far more cheaper, but then the stat difference and the crystal setup for all of that is a lot quicker. If you decide to go for like something like a defense evasion like bullshit meme build, then probably want Cagtanak armor crystals in your chest, and then you put 2 Hooms in your shoes, 2 Hooms in your gloves, 2 Jin Harfias in your helmet, wear a protection stone, drink Helix elixirs, blue form, use Muskin's furniture bonus, and you'll be complete aids. Have like a Centaur or Orkinrad's belt at like Tri or Tet and beyond. Use a Tri Sissels or Tet Sissels, and I'm pretty sure you can just walk into people and nothing will happen to you most of the time. But in any case, that's this video. Thanks so much for watching. That's it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye for now.